Welcome to Interpower's webcast, Accessory Power for Worldwide Markets. I'm Ralph Bright, the Vice President of Marketing here at Interpower. Joining me is Dan Ford. He is the Technical Support Specialist here at Interpower. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you, Ralph.
So to begin with, what is accessory power?
Accessory power defines a connection system that exists between peripheral equipment and a primary piece of equipment. The illustration shows a typical accessory power system using IEC interconnection components with a country-specific cord set. In this case, it's a continental European cord set, and this connects to the wall socket to provide power. Country-specific plugs and sockets are not needed for the accessory power connections with this system.
And there are two main advantages for using this accessory power system for design engineers. And one of them is the one plug, one socket configuration that's accepted throughout the world. Could you elaborate on this?
Well, accessory power is specifying one globally accepted plug and socket connection system for connection between equipment systems and peripherals that the systems may need to use. A country-specific main connection is only needed to provide the power directly to the accessory power portion of the system. This makes it a lot easier to design and build equipment because you don't need to have different plugs and sockets for every country that you're going to design a piece of equipment for. By using the globally recognized system, you literally would only have to change out one component.
And another advantage for accessory power distribution systems are commonly used to distribute and control power to the equipment through a central system. Could you explain on that further?
The key advantage to this for equipment systems that use multiple electric or electronic devices such as industrial, information technology, food equipment processing, or medical or laboratory systems is that the company trying to compete worldwide can offer products that are easily adapted for each individual country through the global market system and doesn't require reconfiguration by the end user or the company building the device.
Okay, so in order to design products that don't require that reconfiguration by the user, could you explain what components can be used?
Well, accessory power distribution components are based on the IEC 60320 standard. For a list of all the components in the family, Interpower has an IEC 60320 coupler sheet available on our website.
What are some of the most common configurations?
The most common IEC 60320 accessory power configuration is rated 10 amps internationally and 15 amps for North American use. This includes items such as a Sheet E plug connector, Sheet F outlet, C14 inlet, and the C13 connector. Another very common configuration system in this family is rated 16 amps internationally and 20 amps for North American use. This includes the Sheet I plug connector, the Sheet J outlet, the C20 inlet, and the C19 connector.
So let's explore a little bit on the IEC components themselves, and let's start with the IEC outlet.
Okay, the IEC outlet can be a very important part of the equipment. It's typically either snap-in mounting or screw mounting to the panel of the primary piece of equipment and may be integrated with an EMI shield or filter to minimize radiated and conducted noise emissions. In applications where vibration or transportation of the equipment could create unwanted power disconnections, one may consider the use of a connector lock specifically designed for this family of products.
And what about the IEC plug connector?
The IEC plug connector is specifically designed to mate with the outlet and is commonly molded or assembled onto a piece of flexible cable. This is the IEC equivalent of a country-specific plug.
Okay, so next, could you explain the connector and the jumper cord?
Right. The connector is a female cable-mounted device that is commonly molded but can be hand assembled, and it mates with an inlet of the same type. The jumper cord is the combination of the sheet plug connector we discussed moments ago and this connector on the cable. It's the IEC's version of a country-specific cord set.
Okay, now what about the power inlet?
The power inlet is a component that typically is both in the power entry and the accessory power portion of the standard. It allows the connection of power from either the wall outlet or the accessory power into a piece of equipment to feed it the power it needs to run properly.
And I guess the final component in this accessory power system is the accessory power strip, or the APS. Why is that such a key component?
At its core, the power strip incorporates all the AC power components needed in this accessory power system. It'll typically have the inlet for the power coming in, and will have typically 4 but as many as 20 outlets to spread the power out to the peripheral devices. It may also include other components necessary for the equipment, such as switches, supplementary circuit protectors, which include circuit breakers for equipment, or fuses and fuse holders. This allows the manufacturer to easily install one device that will meet all their power distribution needs to the accessories. It's important to note with the overcurrent protection devices that the entire power strip has a single rating based on that circuit protection device. Meaning, if the circuit protection is rated 15 amps, that rating is for all the outlets on the strip combined, not just 15 amps for each individual outlet.
Okay, and I know at Interpower we have several models of the APS which allow companies to design for the global markets. How can an APS contribute to the success of a company?
Well, at Interpower, we try to make it easier for the customer to design and build equipment that can be sold worldwide, because different components work together in one system. Instead of having to make 5 different systems to export to 5 different countries, the use of an APS and jumper cords allows the company to design one single system or model that can be delivered to all of these countries by simply changing one component, and that's a detachable cord set that would run from the wall to the equipment.
Now, are there safety agency certifications needed?
Yes, to ensure global acceptance, accessory power components such as the jumper cords and power strips, or the individual components if used separately, should include both North American approvals and at least one international approval, typically like VDE or TUV, to make it acceptable worldwide.
Thanks, Dan, for the information. For more information on accessory power, you can visit our website at www.interpower.com or give one of us a call at 800-662-2290. At Interpower, we have no minimum orders. We carry over 4 million parts in stock, and we offer same-day shipments on in-stock products and have a 1-week U.S. manufacturing lead time on most non-stock products. Thank you for joining us today.